Jussie Smollett pays $50,000 to settle civil case with Chicago, declares innocence and looks to the future. Unleashed Hollywood News, May 23, 2025. Jussie Smollett, the former Empire actor at the center of one of the most polarizing legal sagas in recent Hollywood memory, has officially closed the chapter on his long-standing civil dispute with the city of Chicago. The actor announced via Instagram that he had agreed to make a $50,000 charitable donation to resolve the civil case stemming from his 2019 claim that he was the victim of a hate crime, an incident that eventually sparked widespread public debate and legal consequences. Smollett, 42, opened up in a lengthy Instagram post on Friday, May 23, sharing personal reflections on the ordeal and the reasons behind his recent decision to settle. In the statement, he reiterated his innocence, denounced the narrative painted by city officials, and expressed his commitment to continue using his platform to support underrepresented communities, a case that captivated the nation. More than 6 years ago, in January 2019, Smollett told Chicago police he was attacked by two men late at night in what he described as a racially and homophobically motivated assault. The actor, who is openly gay and black, claimed the attackers used slurs, poured bleach on him, and placed a noose around his neck. The story immediately made national headlines and drew support from fans, celebrities, and political figures. But within weeks, the narrative shifted dramatically. Chicago law enforcement alleged that Smollett had orchestrated the entire incident, accusing him of hiring two brothers, Abimbola and Olabinjo Osundero, to stage the attack in an attempt to garner publicity and sympathy. In 2021, Smollett was found guilty by a jury on 5 felony counts of disorderly conduct for filing false police reports. He was sentenced to 150 days in jail, fined $25,000, and ordered to pay more than $120,000 in restitution to the Chicago Police Department. Smollett served 6 days in jail before being released on bail pending an appeal. Settlement without admission. Smollett's statement on Friday clarified that the recent civil settlement with the city did not involve any confession of guilt. Over 6 years ago, after it was reported I had been jumped, city officials in Chicago set out to convince the public that I willfully set an assault against myself, he wrote. This false narrative has left a stain on my character that will not soon disappear. Smollett stated that the city had demanded both money and an admission of wrongdoing, neither of which he was willing to give. However, he explained that the chance to dismiss the lawsuit by donating to a cause he believed in offered a meaningful path forward. After repeatedly refusing to pay the city, I was presented with an opportunity to make a charitable donation in exchange for the case being dismissed, he said. Despite what happened there politically, Chicago was my home for over 5 years and the people became my family. Smollett donated $50,000 to Building Brighter Futures Center for the Arts, a nonprofit in Chicago that supports youth through programs in self-expression, creativity, and the arts. He noted that the organization was of his choosing, and said he found peace knowing something positive could come out of a painful ordeal. Supreme Court overturns conviction. In a major legal development in November 2024, the Illinois Supreme Court overturned Smollett's criminal convictions, ruling that procedural errors had undermined his right to a fair trial. This decision was met with mixed public reactions, but for Smollett, it marked vindication after years of fighting what he described as an unjust system. Despite arduous and expensive attempts to punish me, I am innocent in the eyes of God and our criminal justice system, he stated. What I have to do now is move forward. Additional donation to Justice Organization. In his message, Smollett also revealed he was donating an additional $10,000 to the Chicago Torture Justice Center, which provides healing resources to victims of police violence and systemic injustice. He explained that this contribution was made in honor of individuals who, unlike him, do not have the resources to fight legal battles. They are backed into corners to take deals or confess to crimes they did not actually commit, he said. To anyone who has had to prove they have in fact been violated, you know how difficult this can be to navigate. I stand with and for you. Looking ahead with purpose. Though the public perception of the incident remains divided, Smollett appeared determined to reclaim control over his narrative. He spoke of personal resilience, artistic purpose, and the ongoing fight to defend his name and values. I will continue creating my art, fighting passionately for causes I hold dear and defending my integrity and family name with the truth, he said. I am grateful to have had the resources to defend myself. Many do not. The actor ended his statement with a heartfelt thank you to those who have stood by him. Your prayers and belief in me mean more than words can properly express. I will never take it lightly and will never forget, he concluded. Onward. Legacy of controversy. The Jussie Smollett case has become a flashpoint in discussions about race, media influence, and criminal justice. For some, the case highlighted the dangers of rushing to judgment. For others, it served as a cautionary tale about the power of celebrity in shaping public opinion. Even with the civil case now settled and his convictions overturned, Smollett's public image remains complex. Yet for the actor himself, the path forward is one of creation, advocacy, and redemption. With legal proceedings behind him, Smollett appears ready to resume his artistic career and continue his work as a social advocate, hopeful that time, truth, and perseverance will allow him to move beyond the scandal that once defined him. Stay tuned to Unleashed Hollywood News for more updates on celebrity legal battles, red carpet returns, and the stars behind the headlines.